Alrighty, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic today. I am streaming on a new site, so I'm super excited about this, guys. So we have a fun video today. We are going to be talking about how to find stocks for swing trading, kind of my approach, my strategy, all of that stuff. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. I think this is going to be kind of the new norm on here. I'm using a new streaming site for YouTube, so we can just customize things a little easier, make everything a little better here. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Carter. I'm a full-time swing trader in the stock market, guys. I want to go ahead and just make sure we are good to rock and roll, and it does look like we are. So welcome everybody. One of the things here that I do want to bring up here is, for those of you that are new, we do have an amazing school. I'll go ahead and I will throw it in the comments here, but we do have an amazing school where I teach people my strategies, my approach, all of that stuff. And the biggest thing I teach is pretty much how to find undervalued stocks. We talk about my strategies as well, and all of that good stuff. I just want to go ahead and throw it in here. Let me just go ahead and so welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Let's go ahead and wait for some people to come in, and boom. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that in. Boom. I threw it in, so it should be down in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and pin it up. So welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all doing super well here. One of the things here that we do have, so I want to go ahead and kind of mess around with this here, and I'm excited. All right, but let's jump into it, right? Might as well. All right, so let me go ahead and. It is a little more confusing than I'm used to here, so cut me some slack here, guys. But all right, so when it comes with mastering swing trading and all of that stuff, right? What do we look for? That's everyone's main question is, what do we look for? So for me and my approach here, what I do and what I have done for a while now is I actually have a checklist. So before I ever buy a stock here, I want to make sure that the stock that I am looking at follows this. So the on the list here, we have stock on an upward trend, stock on a moving average line. What's the RSI at? Are you trading during an earnings report? Risk and reward, and then stock price. So let me show you an example here of some positions that we are in, and then we'll go ahead and we'll find some stocks with some opportunity. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, because the comments should pop up on the screen so other people can see them. I'm super excited about this here. So let's just jump. Should we just jump into it or what? All right. So one of the stocks here that we traded was Costco. Now Costco here, looking at it, when anytime you evaluate a stock, right, we're going to go through that checklist. So the first thing is stock on some sort of support here. Let me go ahead. You know what we need to do? We got to share this with the team here. Normally on Mondays we go live with the private group and the course members, and I am messing around with the new Streamlabs, and I couldn't figure out how to do the private. So I'm just doing it like this. I figured it would be easier and funner for all of us. All right, so getting back on track here. So, all right, Costco stock here, beautiful upward trend, sold off down to, you guys can see these nice moving average lines. So me and my strategy, we use the 90 and then the 200. Now you guys can see that Costco in the past has had great support here, getting good buying pressure, boom. And recently, the stock sold off down to about $800. Now, $800 is it's an undervalued point for the stock, because from highs, this is a good sell-off. This is about a 10% sell-off. So, we always hear that expression of buy low, sell high. Another thing is it's right on that support line, the 90-day moving average line. Now, looking at the RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. This was trading for near and around about a 34. So normally with the stock, anything under a 30 is considered an undervalued point for Costco. But what I did is I went back and looked at the last point of contact where it was trading for a 34, and we had a nice little move. That nice little move might not seem like much, guys, but that is still, a 6% return. So, for me, 6% compounded is a really, really nice return, and I'll take that any day of the week. So, that's one of the reasons we had it. Now, another thing on our checklist is earnings. You never want to hold through an earnings. So in order to find the earnings, you guys can actually, if you use Moomoo, which is the broker I use, you can actually go ahead and you guys can see the earnings release here is 9/26/2024. So it's actually going to be next month, the 26th. So we never want to hold through an earnings. So what I do, honestly, is I just throw that in my phone and I set a reminder. I know it sounds weird, and I'm sure there's other ways, but for me, I'm on my phone a lot, and I want to be able to make sure I'm notified when things are going, when there could be a huge direction change with the stock. So now the stock sold off down to the 90-day moving average line, and it's rallying its way up. Now, how do you know? How do you make sure you're buying at the lows? So you guys can see Costco stock found heavy support in between, this $810 and $800 mark. Just look at this line. Look at this. Imagine if this is just one line here. So you guys can see it hits it, gotten good tendencies of buying pressure. So now you look at it and you go, okay, well, I want to enter around here and see if we can get that breakout. And that's exactly what we did here. We entered down here and the stock rallied its way up. Now, another approach here that you can do and that I've done in the past is using moving average line breakout. So you enter on the breakout of the moving average line, of the 200-day moving average line, and you'd set your stop loss below some of the lowest wicks. Now the downside of that is the risk and reward is a little bad, or not bad, but it's better obviously if you buy it down here and just set your stops a little tighter. But still, doing this gives you more confirmation of good buying pressure, and that's kind of what we've seen. So Costco has been a great stock here, and one of the things here that I really like about it is we had this what you call a golden cross. The golden cross is where you get a lower moving average line to break up through the 200-day. You guys can see the last time. Let's go ahead and see if we can see the last time it did that. Back. So you guys can see it's been quite some time. Maybe in here we're at about $718 was probably the last time it did that, and it was followed by a huge amount of buying pressure. So that's really, really promising there as well. So Costco has been doing very, very well. Another one here is Microsoft. Microsoft has finally broke out of the 90-day moving average line, which is nice, and we are forming this nice little trend like such. So hopefully we can get some more buying pressure involved. And looking at the chart here, you guys can see it's sold off down to the 200-day moving average line, and it's more or less just been consolidating. Our average cost right now is about $410. We bought up here, when the breakdown of the moving average lines. We probably should have waited for confirmation, but I wanted to get shares for Microsoft. I'm very, very confident with this stock, and one of the reasons I love it is I can just easily hold this for several months, if not several years, and feel very confident with this trade. Another trade that we took on was on Amazon. Now, Amazon stock has this nice trend, as you guys can see, where it pretty much uses this trend line as support and some moving average lines as support. So when the stock sold off all the way down here, it hit that and it's kind of rallying its way up. Used the trend as support. Now it's looking to break out up through the 200-day moving average line. The RSI at the time of purchase was about a 23, so it was very undervalued, which is really good. The last time I was trading for a 23, it was all the way back in late 2022, so it's been a long time, and ever since then it was followed by great buying pressure. Even in here where it hit it in the past, let's go ahead, even in here, it was followed by some good buying pressure. And if you guys are watching, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Go ahead and just comment something, because you'll see it pop up, and I don't know, I love it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, and any questions, feel free to ask. Even if you just want to say, what's up, say what's up, and you guys can see it pop up. I honestly just want to make sure it works, so feel free to go ahead and do that. But another stock here that we bought and it's been doing very, very well is going to be Meta. Meta stock, you guys know, is an absolute great company here in general. So, looking at this here, the stock over the past, let's go to the hourly because it's a little easier to see. So Meta, you guys can see, released an earnings report right here and the stock just exploded. Boom, sold off, or not sold off, got a huge amount of buying pressure. And then it was followed by 2 days of straight misery. And what I mean by misery is a whole bunch of sell-off here in the market, causing the stock to go from 527 all the way to 452. Now, this point here, you guys can see it was recently getting good contact of buying pressure. So it had that nice support entering here, setting stops below it. And this one here, Meta, is a very, very stable company. I felt very confident with this position, especially because beforehand it released really good earnings, causing the stock to skyrocket up. And then it was just 2 days of just bad sell-off. So using the sell-off here just of the general market to my advantage was very, very important. And now it's slowly moving up higher and higher and higher, which is always good. Another position is Google. Google here found heavy support here at 157. You guys can see with just pretty much what we're looking for on the hourly is just like a minimum of 3 touches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had that good confirmation of support. So now we're looking to see if we can get a breakout of these moving average lines of the 200-day. That's kind of the approach here. The last time it broke out of a moving average line was back in here, and it was followed by good buying pressure. So hopefully we can get that going in our favor. The daily looks pretty nice as well, trading on that 200-day moving average line where we could get some nice moves. Another stock here, guys. Another stock here. All of these stocks right here have opportunity. Now, opportunity, what that means is if it meets criteria on our checklist, then it could represent a good opportunity to buy. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for, is these types of plays with opportunity. So we'll go ahead one by one. Feel free to ask any questions during the time. Feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and and all of that stuff here. So all right, so let's go ahead and dive into this here. So ticker symbol OLMA here. You guys can see it sold off from $16 to $12. It was trading for a 34 on the RSI, so it could be a little more expensive because normally we want things under 30. So in an ideal world, this would sell off just a little bit more. If we can get it down here to like 1180, that would be a little more undervalued on the RSI. Feel a lot better taking a position with this. Another thing here is looking at the hourly chart. You guys can see it really hasn't found some sort of support. The only thing that it does have is just this general downward trend of support. So we'll probably just hold off on this. One of the things here that you guys can do with Moomoo is just set an alert. If you just want to set an alert, boom, like that. You can do a variety of different alerts here, like indicators, EMA lines. So, if you have a custom, cross above, the whatever, 60, 120, something like that. So, that's really cool, but we'll just go ahead and just do price above, boom, throw that in, save. Wait, what are we at? 12, we'll just go 1290 so we can get so something like that. Boom, now you're notified. If it gets some buying pressure, you'll be good to go. Another one here is ticker symbol FWONK. You guys can see that this thing has found some sort of support down here. Let's go ahead and draw. There we go. Not up top. Why did I do that? So you guys can see that it does have some nice support down here. It hit it pretty much twice, I would say. It's gotten good buying pressure there. So now the approach we have is either trying to get a breakout above it or double tap and try to enter down here. Either way, breakout works well. you know, in order to have and be a successful breakout trader, what you need to look for is good risk and reward setup. So if you enter up here on the breakout, even if you enter on the breakout of the 90, which you know the 200 is always better, the risk and reward is about a 2-to-1 if you set it back at previous support. So, you know, that's not too bad, surprisingly, but, you know, that's kind of the approach you got to have with it. Another one here is ticker symbol MCK. MCK found some nice support down here. It's moving its way up. It got huge amount of sell-off due to earnings. So I want to wait and see kind of what's going on, see if we can get some consolidation down here before feeling confident to enter. All right, this next one here is probably one of my favorite plays here for this, probably for this week here, if the criteria is met. You guys can see that it does have just the general downward trend. Now, what we're looking for is a breakout either on the 90 or the 200 to get that reversal started. You guys can see the last time it did that was followed by a huge amount of buying pressure, and that buying pressure was a return of about 5%. Now, the thing about swing trading, right? The thing about swing trading is it's not, you know, it's not these massive returns that a lot of traders think you do. It's like the 1, 2, 3% returns compounded over the year. That's what makes up a trader. So if I can use this to my advantage and have a decent risk and reward, you know, I will take this trade all day long and feel very confident with it. You know, especially if we enter here and set our stops below here or so. Something like that would be interesting. But yeah, I definitely like this one here. Another one here is QNST. QNST sold off down below the moving average lines. It's kind of one of those stocks here that just had a little opportunity. I wanted to throw it on watch. You guys can see it's trading on the 90-day moving average line. So we'll see, you know, it has gotten tendencies in the past of getting buying pressure there. So I'm excited for this one. I do think we could see a nice move in the short term here. Another one here is ticker symbol EVER. This one here is another really solid play. You guys can see that it hit that line and got buying pressure in the past. So now, you know, it's sold off, hit the 90-day moving average line, and you guys can see that it's forming a little doji. Did I say that weird or what? But it's forming this candle here. You guys can see this wick right here where it's just a straight line. That represents buying pressure. So you know there's going to be some good buying pressure involved. So if we entered even here, set your stops below it, that could be a good trade too. You know, not even looking for, you know, confirmation, but if we want to about looking for confirmation, you guys can see that it's slowly trying to form some support down here at 2180. And so that would be kind of the approach I would have, would be to enter here, set stops below like 20 or 21, or yeah, probably 20, and see if we can get a push back up to 28. So right in that range there. Another one here is INFY. INFY here is forming this really nice trend on the hourly. You guys can see, boom, boom, like such. It's gotten good buying pressure, so we could see a nice move going forward. It's about to break out of the 200-day moving average line, so you could enter here, set your stops below it. And the last time it did that was all the way back in here where it broke out. The issue with this stock here, though, is it's very, very lightly traded. You know, so the downside of being in positions like that is in some circumstances, it can be harder to get in and out of position. So you got to understand that as well. Now, in order to be successful when it comes with stuff like that, guys, what you need to do is set your stops a little tighter and take profit a little sooner, just because it could be harder to get in and out of your position. Another one here is ticker symbol T. T is trading, just bouncing along this moving average line. Now, obviously, this one here, if we go ahead and look at it, it's a little high. I don't know why I put this on, to be honest with you. Probably because there is some support here on the 90 and 200 on the hourly. So, you know, I don't know. Set an alert. Move on. Another one here is ticker symbol WVE. WVE here has, whoa, wrong chart. Has this kind of like not huge upward trend, but it does have a decent one. But more of the stock here is like heavy support up here, or heavy resistance up here, and it does have, you know, one of the things here is it does have, you know, heavy support here on a little short-term trend. So we could see a nice move if it does dip down just a little bit more. But it is trading on the 200-day moving average line. So what we would need to do is find some sort of support there on the hourly to see if we can enter, kind of, or the breakout, of course. But yeah, that's kind of the approach with that one. That would be like a C plus. Another one here is ticker symbol MMS. MMS here has been trading along the 90-day moving average line. It's gotten good tendencies in the past as support here. The only thing I don't like is it sold off, due to a bad earnings. So we could see a little more volatility with this just because it really didn't get bought up here on that moving average line. So, looking at, let's see what the RSI is trading for this. So RSI is trading at a 33. So we could get a little more sell off, but, definitely want to set an alert here on the 200 so we can be notified there. Another one here is MLM. MLM here found some nice support. Did get a little sell off here today, but does have some nice support here at about 528. Now this one here, if we look at like lower time frame, it's just kind of selling off below these moving average lines. So we want to get some consolidation or some sort of breakout before entering. So welcome everybody. Dude, we got 10 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, because I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, because this is a fun one. I believe if you guys subscribe, it does pop up. So I don't know. We're trying new stuff. We're trying new streaming site. All right, another one here is ticker symbol GFI. GFI here has just kind of been selling off down, below these moving average lines. It has found a little trend here like such. So, obviously we would want to get some sort of breakout. That would be a ideal situation here. But yeah, it's just kind of selling off down there. So we'll see what happens though, guys. So yeah, those were pretty much all of the stocks with opportunity. So guys, if you guys are new to the channel and you're like, have any questions about anything or anything like that, make sure you guys ask. That's why we go live as much as I do, is to help you guys out. But yeah, guys, overall, if you guys want to learn more about swing trading, I highly recommend checking out our swing trading school and code YouTube 20% off. And you guys can learn how to find these plays. You guys can learn how to find them. More importantly, we do have trading journals. We got a whole bunch of stuff. So, it really helps me out when you guys, check out that stuff. And, I hope you guys all enjoy it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Any last questions for me? But other than that, we'll end it here and we'll see you guys later. We'll probably go live on TikTok later too, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys